Welcome, in front of me is an iPhone 13 mini, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this phone. So we're gonna start off with the toggles right here in the control center. And this might seem a little bit rudimentary because obviously you probably know that you can interact with them, but I'm pretty sure not everybody knows that you can actually hold those toggles and it will give you more options. So as an example, if you hold brightness, it gives you things like true tone, night shift, and dark mode right here. If you hold, for instance, this one where you have like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile data, and so on, it gives you, for instance, hotspot, airdrop as well. And additionally, on top of that, you can also hold with these toggles and it will give you access to things like Bluetooth, devices, Wi-Fi network, so you can so you can switch on, switch to different Wi-Fi's right here, or connect to them on the fly. And additionally, if you've seen that, you also at the bottom have the option to simply go into the settings. So if you click on that, it takes you straight up to the Bluetooth settings as an example here. Now, sticking with the control center, as you've seen, this control center is kind of clean right now. It only has the couple toggles that are enabled by default, and that's about it. So what you can actually do is navigate into your settings, scroll down to control center, and right here you'll find a plethora of other toggles that you can add to your control center. So there's things, for instance, that you can only access through control center, like as an example, screen recorder. So if you want to record your screen, you just add it from here, and now you have it accessible. So if you want to record it, you can now do so. We have things like magnification, low power mode, and so on. On top of that, I believe if you install some kind of applications that do support control center toggles, and they will also appear right here, so you can add those on top if you want to have more or from that specific application. Now, moving on to the next option, this one will seem on the surface a little bit simplistic, basically that copy and pasting, but it's not the typical thing that you would expect. Normally, if you ever copied and paste, you basically select the text, hold it, select copy, you move over and paste. Nowadays, at least on iPhones and iPads and stuff like that, you can do it quite easily. So I'm gonna open up just to kind of prepare for this. So let me just quickly go back, create a new note. There we go. As you can see, there we go. It's a clean note. I'm also gonna navigate to a web browser. Gonna search for something and realize I have no internet connection, so although I should. Hello? Maybe impersonating Google. How is Google.com impersonating Google? Apple, come on. I'm gonna switch the network, hopefully that will help. Because this is a little bit ridiculous, to be honest. Let's see if that solves the problem. Oh, come on. Great, apparently my clock is set incorrectly, so web browser doesn't work. That's one of the amazing features of iPhones, where apparently if your time is set to a specific date, or date before some specific one, the phone just basically doesn't work, which is like, why? Fix this. Let's find it. So date and time probably is in general, set automatically, and hopefully now I can use the damn internet. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. Literally disappointment up to like max level. So let's search for what I wanted to actually show. So there we go. As you can see, there is just a little bit of a search right here going. I'm gonna take a screenshot just so I can showcase something on top of that. So from here, you can navigate into things like images, grab an image, and instead of doing the copy option, you can, once you're holding it, you can start dragging it around. Once you're dragging it around, keep holding it, swipe to your other application. So there we go, drop it, and it gets automatically pasted. Same goes with text, so you can do the same thing with text if you want to select it, though there's not much to select here. So I'm gonna go to Photos and showcase this option right here. So as you can see, we have just a screenshot, right? It's a typical screenshot, but what you can actually do is search in a way of like content aware option, which selects all the text that is actually in the screenshot. So from here you can simply select it like so, and then grab it over. Not like that. Let me retry that. It is a little bit wonky, as you can see. And the button disappeared for some reason. Anyway, can I reselect it? There we go. As you can see, now it grabbed no problem for some reason. And again, we can just swipe over to our notes, drop it in here, and then automatically paste the text in here. Now this is just notes, but you can also do that in emails and basically anywhere we can paste things like photos, text, or anything like that. You can do the same thing. So anyway, I'm gonna move on to a dark mode. Now, by default, you've probably already seen this when you were setting up your device. It asks you if you want to have it in dark or light mode. Whoop-de-doo, not a big deal, right? But if you go into the settings actually, and then display and brightness right here, again you have those two toggles, but you do also have the automatic toggle at the bottom, which basically changes the device theme from dark to light depending on what time it is. So during daytime you will have it in light mode, and during nighttime it will switch automatically to dark mode. And this is a really handy option because, to be personally honest, I do hate to get blasted with pure white light during night when I'm trying just to quickly check what time it is, and it just burns out my irises with the brightness that is set to. This helps out with it a lot. So moving now on to the last option, it's going to be the widgets. Now by default we have a couple of them enabled. You can also remove them if you don't want them. So let's see, we just grab them, remove, like so. As you can see, it also arranges the icons differently because apparently you can't position the icons wherever you want. That would be too convenient. But going back to the widgets, if you hold the screen, you will have this plus button right here, which will allow you to add widgets that are already on your device. So these are just the default ones, I believe. And I think if you install some kind of applications that also come with widgets, they should show up right here as well, so you can find them from here and add them on. But other than that, just select any kind of widget right here. So as an example, music, and voila, it added music, and you can now interact with it. So anyway, this would conclude the tweaks and tricks that I want to show you, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.